Ooh, the video's live. Let's go. And the blog post featured the Guild Wars franchise. We're gonna watch the video first, and then we're going to.
Hey, everyone.
Hey, Colin. We're gonna watch the video first, and then we will read the blog post. It's 11 minutes long. So let's watch it. Let's watch it as if it was live. Get your popcorn. Here we go.
Hey everyone. This weekend is massive for ArenaNet and most importantly for all of you in the Guild Wars community. Yesterday, we announced Guild Wars 3, the first major new game in the Guild Wars franchise in over a decade. We're going to tell new stories in a different era of Tyria, and when it's ready, you can join us. We wouldn't have got to this moment without the millions of players who've enjoyed Guild Wars and Guild Wars 2, and the entire team at ArenaNet is proud to share this moment with all of you. We'll have much more to share about Guild Wars 3 in the months ahead, but today, we're here to talk about the games you're already playing. I want you all to know our studio is committed to actively developing Guild Wars Reforged and Guild Wars 2 for many years to come.
Yes.
We are not replacing your favorite games, we'll be supporting them. We know this is not the norm, but it's something our studio has been preparing for, and to explain why, it's worth looking back.
They've done it with Reforged. Look at this revitalization. It's been insane.
We faced a similar moment concerning the future of the franchise. And as we shifted our focus to Guild Wars 2, we moved most of the studio to work on it. New content in Guild Wars 1 slowly went away, year over year, before stopping entirely as we approached the release of Guild Wars 2. Guild Wars is a very different game than its sequel, and by making the decision we did, we lost the ability to explore that space. We are not repeating the same approach as we did all those years ago. If we did, we would have stopped development on Guild Wars 2 more than a year ago.
Wow.
Instead, we've continued live development on Guild Wars 2, launched the game on Steam and Epic Game Store, and we've released 3 expansions in 3 years. We've seen Guild Wars 2 thrive, all while ramping up development for Guild Wars 3 simultaneously in the background. At the same time, we tested something new with Guild Wars 1 by reinvesting in the game and creating Guild Wars Reforged to see what would happen.
Yeah!
And what we learned was clear. When we support these worlds, players show up, both returning veterans and entirely new fans of the Guild Wars franchise. Those experiences shaped how we're handling this moment. So here's our new commitment: Guild Wars Reforged, Guild Wars 2, and Guild Wars 3 when it launches. All 3 games share the world of Tyria. They are intentionally very different in design, in experience, and where they sit on the timeline. Whichever one is your home, and you're welcome to pick more than one, we're going to continue developing it for years to come.
Yay!
So next, Stephen Clark Wilson, our game director for Guild Wars, is going to walk you through what this means for our original game. And then Josh Davis, game director for Guild Wars 2, will talk about what's next for Guild Wars 2.
Wow. Gwen!
The original Guild Wars, now rebranded as Guild Wars Reforged, has been making up for lost time. Partnering with co-developer 2 Weeks Games, we fully integrated the game with Steam, including Steam Deck support. In the first month, about half of Steam players tried it on Steam Deck. We also simplified access. Anyone who has ever purchased a single campaign can now play all the campaigns at no additional cost.
Yeah.
Next, we're applying what we learned about Steam Deck controls and UI to bring Guild Wars Reforged to mobile devices. The relatively small screen on the Steam Deck forced us to reconsider what the user experience should look like. We also learned a lot going the opposite direction, making sure the game looks right and plays right on a 4K monitor. A typical phone these days has a very high resolution display, and we needed to adapt the UI to these high resolution displays, but they're in a small form factor. Mobile players will join the same live servers as PC players, and existing PC players will be able to access the game on mobile.
You think they're going to drop the release date?
We can't wait for longtime players to carry around Guild Wars in their pockets, and also join all the new players. We also recently shipped 2 new dungeons. Their success has given us the confidence to begin work on an entirely new type of content, which is just now getting underway. Stay tuned.
New type of content in Guild Wars 1?
Hey everyone. Like Colin said, we plan to support Guild Wars 2 for years to come. My priority is to make sure this community remains a place that you're excited to call home. That said, the road ahead looks a little bit different than what's come before. The next 18 months are an opportunity for us to take on some exciting projects that we've wanted to work on, the kind of projects that don't really fit in expansions. So we have 4 major initiatives to share today, and one very important caveat. Let's go through the headlines first,
man.
then
I'm
each in
nervous.
more detail.
I'm
First
nervous. This
off-
is for Guild Wars 2. This is for Guild Wars 2. Oh, I'm nervous. Oh, I'm sorry. I had to pause. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Oh my gosh. This is the future of Guild Wars 2 is what we're playing right now. I'm scared.
Caveat.
Hold me.
Let's go through the headlines first, then each in more detail. First off, we're building a new Hall of Monuments system that will connect Guild
Hall
Wars
of
2
Monuments.
with Guild Wars 3.
I figured.
This will let you carry your accomplishments forward over to 3. Next up, we're going to modernize and polish Guild Wars 2. We want to bring our older content up to more current design standards, address player concerns, and improve developer workflows. The third is for our World vs. World players. We're actively developing a brand new Borderlands map, the first in over a decade. And the fourth announcement is a new open world map set in Ore, bridging the Tyria that you know and the Tyria that you're about to discover in Guild Wars 3.
Wow.
Now, as mentioned, this all comes with a trade-off, and we want to be upfront about it. Visions of Eternity, our current expansion, wraps up this September. After that, we're taking a break from expansion development to deliver Hall of Monuments 2.0 and the other projects that I just mentioned. After Guild Wars 3 releases, we'll return to shipping annual major content updates for Guild Wars 2.
Wow.
Let's start talking about Hall of Monuments in a little bit more detail.
Wow.
If you've played the original...
Wow, hold up. What the... Oh, the break is fine. The break from expansion. We've been spoiled. We've been spoiled every year with expansions every single year, right? And looking forward to those expansions every single year. So that's like and like remember with Heart of Thorns, Path of Fire, End of Dragons, those took years to develop, and we had content in between, but they weren't expansions, right? They weren't expansion drops. It was Living World, but we've had time between, right? And there's never been a time where we've had like nothing. There's always little updates and festivals and new things and new rewards and stuff in the game. So this I am sad. My heart dropped a tad when they said basically Visions of Eternity is going to be the last expansion for a minute. Basically until after Guild Wars 3 launches. So yeah, we're not getting another I was wrong. I thought they were going to drop another expansion. But they said we're being very upfront with this. But instead, we're getting Hall of Monuments, which is going to give us a huge list of things to do in Guild Wars 2, right? And for those not familiar, the Hall of Monuments in Guild Wars 1 is something where you can achieve things and get things in Guild Wars 1. You put those achievements into your Hall of Monuments in Guild Wars 1, and it gives you exclusive rewards in Guild Wars 2. Armor, weapons, mini pets, ranger pets, things like that. You will get those in Guild Wars 2 only if you achieved things in Guild Wars 1. So that's an awesome system that's always been in place since Guild Wars 2 launch. So they're going to do it again for Guild Wars 2 to Guild Wars 3. I figured that was coming. So you can put the things that you've achieved in Guild Wars 2, they're going to have a Hall of Monuments 2.0, and you can put your Guild Wars 2 achievements into that Hall of Monuments in Guild Wars 2. I can't wait to see it. And that will carry over and give us rewards and titles and, all that kind of stuff in Guild Wars 3. So you can, in Guild Wars 3, you can show off, look at all the stuff I did in Guild Wars 2. That's why when I finally got my God Walking Amongst Mere Mortals title, which is one of the like ultimate titles, I played way too much Guild Wars 1. In Guild Wars 1, you can get that title, and if you have it, through the Hall of Monuments, you can then display that title in Guild Wars 2, and it says, it's a badge of honor that says, I played a crap ton of Guild Wars 1. So whatever that title is in Guild Wars 2, I want it for Guild Wars 3 that says, I played a crap ton of Guild Wars 2, right? So that's so cool. That's so cool. And nerd! Hall of Monuments Ore Edition. Ooh, yeah. I wonder if it's still gonna be in the Eye of the North, where the scrying pool is in Guild Wars 2, that is the Hall of Monuments in Guild Wars 1. So I guess it can't be there. I guess it could technically be there, kinda. They could add stuff, but like you need your own, like it was your own instance in Guild Wars 1. Yeah, maybe it'll be an ore. Ooh. Okay, okay. Ha! Oh my gosh. All right. Ha! I had to mourn we're not going to get expansions for a couple years, but they said after Guild Wars 3 launches, they're going to return to maybe expansions for Guild Wars 2. I don't know if he said return to expansions, but like return to other content, but right now they're going to focus on new map in ore in the next couple years to kind of bridge maybe like the same area that we're going to explore in Guild Wars 3 in the past. So, oh, he said yearly content. Okay. So probably expansions. We'll have to see what form that takes when they get there. Okay. Cool. Okay.
Updates for Guild Wars 2. Let's start with talking about Hall of Monuments in a little bit more detail. If you've played the original Guild Wars, you're probably already familiar with this concept. Hall of Monuments 2.0 arrives later this year and will let you earn rewards in Guild Wars 2 and Guild Wars 3 by completing new and existing achievements across the entirety of Guild Wars 2.
Hey, Bug!
One major difference from the original Hall of Monuments is that this time it will roll out in phases. The first 2 releases will focus on the core game, and then we'll hit each of our expansions in chronological...
Smart! So smart! So smart! Oh my god, that is so smart! You're gonna have people flocking to the core game. Oh, that's so smart. If you missed it, the Hall of Monuments 2.0 in Guild Wars 2 is gonna roll out in phases. So they're going to start with the achievements that you need to put into the Hall of Monuments in the core game and then like roll through the expansions in chronological order. That is so smart. Oh my god, that is so smart. You're going to funnel players to each section of the game as the Hall of Monuments rolls out. That is genius.
With this concept. Hall of Monuments 2.0 arrives later this year and will let you earn rewards in Guild Wars 2 and Guild Wars 3 by completing new and existing achievements across the entirety of Guild Wars 2. One major difference from the original Hall of Monuments is that this time it will roll out in phases. The first 2 releases will focus on the core game, and then we'll hit each of our expansions in chronological order over the course of a year. We'll have a lot more information to share on the system and the associated rewards after the final release for Visions of Eternity later this year.
That's, oh my god, it's over a year. Oh my god. And so that's later this year that's going to start rolling out. Wow, that's so smart. Exactly, Obi. It's like the Return to campaigns, but for the Hall of freaking Monuments to get your Guild Wars 3 rewards. That is genius. That is genius. We're going to have more people playing the core game at like than since launch. Like, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Genius. Genius. Oh no, you wouldn't have to like repeat stuff you've already done. Like how in Guild Wars 1, when the Hall of Monuments came out, anything you had already achieved, like let's say like I'm just guessing, like you're probably going to get to put like your legendary weapons into the Hall of Monuments, right? That was the thing in Guild Wars 1. I think there was like torment weapons or something, and they were like really hard to get. They were really super elite weapons, elite armor that you've crafted. So the legendary armor that you've crafted in Guild Wars 1, you get to put in the Hall of Monuments, and that gets you points towards stuff and unlocks in Guild Wars 2. So we're probably going to get to put all of our legendary gear into the Hall of Monuments. So if we have already earned that stuff, I already have legendary armor and a bunch of legendary weapons and my legendary back piece. I don't have to earn it again. I already have it. So I just go to, I already have it. So I just go to the Hall of Monuments in Guild Wars 2 and put it in there. That's how it worked in Guild Wars 1. So don't worry about like, oh, I got to redo stuff. Don't worry about that. They did say there will be some new achievements and stuff to go for, probably in each, like in the core game and then in each of the expansions, which is just, that's new stuff. That's new stuff to do. You know, of course, we'll be exploring the old maps again. Maybe it'll be do 100 events in Corteria, you know, do 100 events in Ascalon. I'm just pulling numbers out of nowhere. You know, like, but this is the Hall of Monuments. That's kind of the thing, is like, you have to play a lot. And that could change now, because things were a lot more hardcore 20 years ago. So, you know, it could be do 20 events in Ascalon, do 20 events in the Grove, in whatever, you know, in Metrica or whatever, the different areas of the game. You know what I mean? We don't know what it's going to be, but like, for example, it could be like that. You know, so that might be your quote unquote, you know, going and doing content again. But we already do that. We literally just did it for, you know, we got the cape right now for SGF. There's a cape you can get, and there's a shoulder piece you can get, and it was go to the starter zones and do 5 events. Like, there you go. And they said that they're going to be like improving and making and modernizing. I don't know the words he said, but like modernizing or upgrading like even the older like maps and experiences and stuff. So I'm curious to see what maybe like a game wide balancing type thing, which they've done before. But yeah, maybe just like, you know, just doing that even further. Oh my god, 20 events in the Grove. Oh man, I know. You have all legendary gear, Tagos, like every legendary in the game. Oh my god. Heard an interesting idea for the new Hall of Monuments. What if we can get rewards in Guild Wars 2 for playing Guild Wars 3? It would encourage people to keep playing Guild Wars 2. I love that. I love that. And then if you can like display, like, what if you get a Guild Wars 3 back piece, right? For you go and you play Guild Wars 3 and you do a thing, you do a quest or whatever, some achievements. You get a Guild Wars 3 style back piece for Guild Wars 2. You go back and play Guild Wars 2, which is being simultaneously supported, or even Guild Wars 1, and they could just connect all the games with rewards. And then you can run around in Guild Wars 2 as an advertisement for Guild Wars 3. And you can be like, look, I play Guild Wars 3 as well. That is such a cool idea. That is such a cool idea. I love that. I love that. Mount skins. What if there's like play Guild Wars 3 and get Guild Wars 2 mount skins and vice versa? Anything. It could be anything like that. Oh man, I know, right? I know. It still doesn't feel real to say Guild Wars 3. Oh my god. A common launcher for Guild Wars 1, 2, and 3. Whoa. Hall of Monuments point. Yes. One of the Hall of Monuments achievements needs to be putting 1,000 magical peaches. I hope you've been saving your magical peaches. Putting peaches in the Hall of Monument. Hi, Prezi! I smelled the lore. Guild Wars 3 was announced last night, and this is a new vlog from the devs talking about the future of the series and what's coming. Oh my god, we're only halfway through this. Okay, sorry. I have to just like stop and geek about this. Oh my god. Ah!
Chronological order over the course of a year.
That's so
We'll have a lot more information to share
smart
on the system and the associated rewards after the final release for Visions of Eternity later this year. So building Hall of Monuments this way gives us a rare opportunity to revisit the foundations of Guild Wars 2, which brings us to our second major initiative. After our team finishes work on Visions of Eternity in late September, we're going to spend nearly a full year going back through each area of the game and making meaningful improvements.
Wow.
The work splits into 2 halves. The stuff you'll see and experience as a player, and the work under the hood. Let's start with what you'll see. Everything is on the table here, to borrow a phrase from Colin. For example, bringing older content up to our current design standards, rebalancing events and encounters, addressing long-standing bugs, continued support for pillars of the game like World vs. World, polishing the early game experience. These are just high-level categories, but one specific example that we are updating is the Zaitan fight in the personal story.
Oh no! Really? way! No way! No way! They're gonna update the Zaitan fight! No way!
Yay!
Oh my god! No way! We're gonna get a real Zaitan fight! Are you serious? Oh my god! Really? That fight is like a meme. Like, everybody's gonna go do the end of the core game again, like to experience the new fight. Remember, it's like how they've redone World Bosses. They redid the Shatterer, right? Shatterer completely got redone. They're gonna keep doing that for the core game. That is so awesome. Oh my god. Oh my, that fight was not on my bingo list. That was not on my bingo list. Oh my god. Wow, that's crazy. Yes, Jazz says, I love how down to earth and player focused they are. Zaitan's your boyfriend? Valid. Oh my god. Wow. Wow. Oh my god.
Addressing long-standing bugs.
Wow.
Continued support for pillars of the game like World vs. World. Polishing the early game experience. These are just high-level categories, but one specific example that we are updating is the Zaitan fight in the personal story. This is a rare opportunity for us to take a pass on the entire game and hit some of the biggest pain points that you experience on a day-to-day basis. Now, the other half. The work that goes on under the hood, the kind of improvements that allow us to continue supporting Guild Wars 2 for years to come. We're investing in client and server performance, making sure that Guild Wars 2 runs well on your rigs, especially as we push the art direction in ways that our technology wasn't originally built for. We're also modernizing parts of our development pipeline. For example, we're upgrading our engine to use physics-based rendering, or PBR. The game wasn't originally built with PBR in mind, but adding it will let our team make new content better and faster.
Nice.
Now, there's a lot of work that can be done here, and a year is simply not enough time to do it all. So we want to stay focused on the things that matter most to you. Starting today, we're opening a new section on the official forums dedicated to this work. There's a space for the core game and a space for each expansion. Go to the forums and let us know what you think.
Nice.
The third announcement is for our World vs. World players. We're building a brand new Borderlands map, the first in over a decade. We're going to develop the map alongside the community, similar to how we approach the development of the new PvP push game mode. We'll release an early gray box prototype on live, gather your feedback, and iterate until we feel good about the direction. We think this approach gives us the best shot at avoiding the missteps that came with Desert Borderlands. Our goal is to host a beta test later this year, as soon as the map hits first playable.
Later this year, beta.
Outside of the new map, work on World vs. World restructuring, and our core World vs. World systems continues. Right now the focus is on making winning matter, which requires some fundamental changes to scoring. Once the system is properly encouraging active competitive play, we'll look at adding some more incentives for winning as well.
Nice. I don't World vs. World, so I hope that was extremely exciting for all World vs. World fans. Where are my World vs. World fans? I don't know how to scream and cry over over World vs. World. Sorry. It was? Yay! Very good. Very exciting. Literally crying! Graceland says I'm literally crying. I have tears in my eyes. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. You World vs. World a couple times a day with your guild. Oh my gosh. That's so exciting. Yay! New Borderlands. Oh my god. That's gonna be fantastic. Back in action. Let's go. Extra extremely. Let's go. Amazing. Oh my gosh. When Soto came out, you didn't even play it because you were so busy with World vs. World. Wow. Oh my gosh.
Last but not least, we're going back to Ore. You've probably heard by now that Guild Wars 3 takes place in Ore. It's one of the most iconic locations in the entire franchise, it's lore-rich, and it's tied to some of our most important storytelling. We're genuinely excited that Guild Wars 3 takes us back there, and that you're going to see Ore in a way that you've never been able to see it before. We'll have more to share down the road, but what I can say is that this will be a core game edition, free for all to play. If you or a friend are coming back to Guild Wars 2 to chase Hall of the Monuments rewards, you won't need to own an expansion to check it out.
Nice.
So this has been a lot, I know. A new Hall of Monuments, a year of polish, a new Borderlands map, a new map in Ore, and of course, you can still look forward to our festivals, bonus events, skills balance updates, Wizards Vault updates, and more. It's a pretty ambitious plan. Most games don't get a chance to put this level of attention towards improving the foundation so long after initial release.
Yeah.
We get this opportunity because of you. And I think that we're set to put our best foot forward for Guild Wars 2 for the next 15 years and beyond.
Wow. Wow, Guild Wars 2. He just dropped Guild Wars 2 for the next 15 years.
Because of you. And I think that we're set to put our best foot forward for Guild Wars 2 for the next 15 years and beyond.
He did say 15. That's not just the subtitles messing with me, right? They're auto-generated, so some people were asking for subtitles. So he really just pulled 15 years. Just why not decade? Why not decade? Why is that? Is that why I'll be eligible for Social Security by then? Oh my god, this is crazy, right? Being able to rationalize resources, to put resources into improving the core game that much. I think, well, it's the perfect time to do it if you're doing the Hall of Monuments. If you're doing the Hall of Monuments and that gradual rollout, which is beyond genius. If you could, I don't know if that's gonna if the core game updates are gonna come with the Hall of Monuments. They should, so to get, because everybody's gonna be filtering back into the core game, and if you have it's polished and some things are new and new Zaitan fight, like that's crazy. Oh my gosh, it is so cool. That's his mortgage. He has 15 years left. Turns to dust and rose petals. Oh my god. Oh my god. They've been doing it for, Guild Wars 1 launched 21 years ago. So ArenaNet is like, at least 25 years old. So like it's, it's man. It's gonna take me 15 years to smash all these dang pinatas. Oh my god, I'm so curious how they're gonna do the Hall of Monuments rewards in Guild Wars 2. Is it like, remember how like we drink 10,000 drinks, which was a thing in Guild Wars 1 as well, and then it was drink 10,000 drinks. Was it 10,000 or 1,000 in Guild Wars 2 to get the snow shoulders? Right? It's gonna be like Hall of Monuments. 1 million drinks. Start buying drinks now off the trading post while they're cheap. Like, yeah, where is the new Hall of Monuments going to be? My guess is also that new map. They said Hall of Monuments was 2.0 was coming later this year, I think, and I don't know if they've said when the new Ore map is coming. Took me years of Winter's Day to get that achievement, right? Oh my gosh. Hope you'll be able to get your legendary skins in Guild Wars 3. You'll be able to get something. How it worked with Guild Wars 1 to 2 was you had a list of achievements and things that you would do. And some of it was just like capture every ranger pet and like miniatures, like get a bunch of miniatures. You could put your miniatures in the Hall of Monuments. And everything that you did got you points on like a timeline. And like you would just fill up the points, and as you got to a certain level, you can see it. As you got to a certain level, you would unlock a new thing for Guild Wars 2. So this is the Hall of Monuments. You can go to guildwars2.com, enter your character name. My character name is Aurora Australis. And this is my Hall of Monuments from Guild Wars 1. You can see my achievements. Devotion, I think, is like, what is that? The one of them was like Fellowship was like hero armor. I think Devotion was like what Ranger pets or and minis or something like that. Oh, here we go. Oh, mini pets. There we go. You can see like the mini pets. You put a 36 common mini pets, 11 uncommon minis, rare minis, unique minis, any mini, rare, unique, 20, 40, 30, 40, 50. So it was like just like numbers, and then as you filled these up, it was like hero statues, pet statues, companions, which is your heroes and stuff. There was like some PvP stuff. There's these are your titles that you get. in the game. So it was like just all of these things that you would achieve. This is like your you would get certain number of points for elite armor. I never got obsidian armor in Guild Wars 1. That gets you a point. And then this is your reward meter. So every, like, for 1 point, you get these boots. For 2 points, you get these leggings, and so on and so forth. For every 5 points, you get a title. You get the Traveler title in Guild Wars 2. You know, you get all these armor pieces, you get weapon sets, you get minis, you get ranger pets. You can just go, and the more points, everything was worth a point, and the more points you got, the more stuff you got, up until, like, I think it was 30 points. Got you, that was the last of the stuff. And then you could keep going for titles. You could get the Ghostly Hero title. I think the ultimate one is the Champion of the Gods. If you have everything in your Hall of Monuments. So that's how the Hall of Monuments worked for Guild Wars 1 to Guild Wars 2. That doesn't mean that's how it's going to work for 2 to 3, but it's an idea of that's how it worked from 1 to 2. So we'll have to see. So it might be, you know, you have 6 legendary weapons in Guild Wars 2. So, you know, and whenever, you know, each of those is worth a point. And if you have, you know, 5 points, you get this reward in Guild Wars 3. If you have 10 points, you get. So we don't know if that's how it's going to work from 2 to 3, but that's how it worked from 1 to 2. So I'm very excited to see how it's going to work. This new one. Guam is separate. So there's the 2 ultimate titles in Guild Wars 1 is what I just said, Champion of the Gods for completely filling your Hall of Monuments. And then there is God Walking Amongst Mere Mortals, which is getting maxing 30 titles in Guild Wars 1. That's separate from the Hall of Monuments. I have God Walking Amongst Mere Mortals. I don't have Champion of the Gods. So Champion of the Gods is actually a bigger title than God Walking Amongst Mere Mortals. It means you've done more stuff, basically. Whereas Guam is just is the titles, which also means you've done a bunch of stuff. But, like, yeah, those are the 2 big titles, and they're different. One is the Hall of Monuments, one is just 30 titles in game. But if you have Guam, God Walking Amongst Mere Mortals, or any of the titles below it, you can also display that. That's separate from the Hall of Monuments. But still, that's all something else that also carries over to Guild Wars 2 from Guild Wars 1, is that God Walking Amongst Mere Mortals title. You can display it then in Guild Wars 2 if you have it, and you have your accounts linked. Thank you for the 5 stream streak, Ambrosia. This is so exciting. Awesome. I was screaming, take my money, ain't it? Oh my gosh. No, not now, Alessandra. Thank you. The Guild Wars 3 is set 1,000 years before Guild Wars 1. I don't know if it's like 1,000 to the year, but they've said it's set 1,000 years. It's set a millennia before Guild Wars 1 prophecies. So we'll have to see exactly what year it is. I don't know. Explain the champion title? What do you mean? The Champion of the Gods? That's what I've just explained here. If you fill up your Hall of Monuments, if you do every single one of these things, if you do every single one of these, if I get all the weapons, if I get all the armors and obsidian armor, if I get all the titles, I need my PvP title. If I have God Walking Amongst Mere Mortals, that's the titles. I still haven't filled up my Hall of Monuments. You still need even more. This is hero elite armor. You could get like elite armor for your heroes. That's what this is. You can put that in the Hall of Monuments. There's also like pet statues, like you can get like the black moa. There was like special like pets you could get. These are like your minis, literally like rare and unique minis. You put those in the Hall of Monuments. So if you get literally everything in here, then you get the title Champion of the Gods. I can't even scroll over that far. Champion of the Gods is so, I don't know, it doesn't even go that far. But if you get everything, then you get the title Champion of the Gods. That comes from the Hall of Monuments in Guild Wars 1. Yeah. I know, it does look like Abaddon and Doom on that tapestry, right? You only need 4 more points for your Hollow Monuments. Wow. For the Hollow Monuments, I was only ever concerned with getting all of the, like, physical quote unquote physical rewards, like the armor and the pets and this and the stuff and the weapons skins. I was only ever concerned with that, and then I just kept playing Guild Wars 1, and I kept getting I got my God Walking Amongst Mere Mortals just like last year. It might. Guild Wars 3 might be the Guild Wars, like in lore. Yeah, it might be. I know. I'm curious if we'll see Mursail. Think of the characters that are alive in that era. Glint, Isgarin. I think I'm calling Isgarin is going to be in Guild Wars 3. A younger Isgarin. Oh my gosh. Guild Wars 1 is after the Exodus, yes. I don't know the timeline exactly. So Guild Wars 3 could be like when the gods are still here. It is Isgarin dateable. Yes. Exactly. Younger Isgarin would still be like 1,000 years old. What is he now? Like 2,000 in Guild Wars 2? Something like that. He's multiple millennia old. Yeah. Prophecy starts around 1070 AE. Okay. Wonder if it is like year 0. Yeah. Right, I know. Human Grenth? Well, we'll see. The gods that we met in Guild Wars 1 are avatars of the gods. They're not the actual gods because it's after the Exodus, which is when the gods left Tyria. But at one point, the gods were living in Ur. It's the human city, but it's the gods were living there. Oh, Feldar. Isgarin talked about the last dragon rising, and that was 10,000 years ago. Isgarin's old. Listen, but it would still be a younger Isgarin. Okay. Yeah. Considering the tapestry showed both Abaddon and Doom, since the still in the Pantheon, it's probably some time when Ur gets settled by humans in 205 BE and when Doom is overthrown. Right, the story could be about the gods and like about like Doom being overthrown or I saw someone say that the concept art of Balthazar, he's holding a head. The statue of him is holding a head. It's like that could be Menzies' head. Like there's crazy stuff. There's crazy stories that they could tell. I'm so excited. Okay, let's finish watching this.
Foot forward for Guild Wars 2 for the next 15 years and beyond.
15 years. Oh. He distracted me with his 15 years. I'm like, where did you pull 15 years out from?
So as you can see, this is an exciting moment for ArenaNet and for Guild Wars fans around the world. We're expanding into the future with Guild Wars 3.
Is my computer exploding? What happened? The internet's exploding with hype. What happened? Is my internet dying at the worst possible moment? Need more tabs. They couldn't handle 15 years. 15 years was too much. Let's refresh this. What's going on?
Hey everyone. This weekend is massive for ArenaNet and most importantly for all of you.
Free for all.
YouTube!
If you or a friend are coming back to
YouTube! What are you
Guild
doing?
Wars 2 to chase Hollow Monuments rewards, you won't need to own an expansion to check it out. So this has been a lot, I know. A new Hollow Monuments, a year of polish, a new Borderlands map, a new map in Ore, and of course, you can still look forward to our festivals, bonus events, skills balance updates, Wizards Vault updates, and more. It's a pretty ambitious plan. Most games don't get a chance to put this level of attention towards improving the foundation so long after initial release. We get this opportunity because of you, and I think that we're set to put our best foot forward for Guild Wars 2 for the next 15 years and beyond.
Yay!
So as you can see, this is an exciting moment for ArenaNet and for Guild Wars fans around the world. We're expanding into the future with Guild Wars 3. We're going back through Guild Wars 2 to improve what we've built and launching the first release of the new Hall of Monuments by the end of this year.
Wow.
We're investing in Guild Wars Reforged, the game that started it all with new platforms and new content. And before any of that, we've got the third
Bobby
that started it all with new platforms and
the
new
concept art. It's Guild Wars 3. Is this all Guild Wars 3 concept art? Is all this over here is the concept art that we've seen. Is this all this is all new stuff. This is this tease. That almost looks like a Sylvari. This is all Guild Wars 3 concept art. How cool that they just have like a wall of concept art. Look at this little like pink lake right here. Who is this? I wonder if that's a character or it looks like there's different ones. It's probably like NPCs. They look green. Almost looks Sylvari. What is this? This reminds me of Expedition 33. What is that? Ooh, this is like Ice Brood. Ooh, this looks some kind of portal. All these like woodsy, deep woods. Ooh, you can see all the different environments. What is this guy? What is this guy? Ooh. Oh my gosh, how inspirational. Let's just like go in and look at that. Ooh, there's some kind of fuzzy creature behind my cam. Some kind of something. Yeah, the pink sky. Ooh, and then you got like over here is like fire. Oh, wouldn't that be cool if like the different gods had like different like environments, like different like maps? Like what if there's like the Balthazar map and the Melandru map and the Dwayna map? Yeah, what is this guy? Oh, look, this almost looks like a little wolf or a cat or like a little fire cat. I'm gonna like connect everything to the gods now. What if like there's like the Balthazar cat, like Balthazar's minions of the past, right? Or is that a mount? I don't know. See, this looks like some kind of enemy or something, whereas this looks like it could be like a mini pet. That's just cute, but we'll probably fight it. I don't know. Are the gods our friends? Are they our foes? I don't know. Oh my god. Oh my god. All the gods get a cat. Yes! Yeah, Voxen, so good. I think that was like the major takeaway and point of this video is that, you know, the old games, Guild Wars 1 and 2 aren't dead just because they announced Guild Wars 3. We're going to keep getting updates. We're going to keep getting stuff. And they even said after Guild Wars 3 launches, they learned from, they said it was a mistake to like basically abandon, to put in maintenance mode Guild Wars 1 after Guild Wars 2 launched. Because they're like, yeah, after Guild Wars 2 launched, we pretty much just pulled every single person off of Guild Wars 1 and just put it in maintenance mode. And they said we shouldn't have done that because we lost all of the potential that Guild Wars 1 could have been. So they are not going to do that with Guild Wars 2. They said we're not going to do that with Guild Wars 2. When Guild Wars 3 launches, we're going to start into a new yearly content cycle with Guild Wars 2. And he literally said 15 years. I don't know where he got 15 years from, but he said 15. We're committed to supporting Guild Wars 2 for 15 years in the future. So Guild Wars 2, not abandoned, not dead, like hop between the games. Which era of Tyria or multiple eras of Tyria is going to be your home is the question. Like, this is so cool. This is so cool. This is so cool. I like this.
Content. And before any of that, we've got the third quarterly release.
Oh, no. Oh, there's some close-ups. There we go. Oh, this is a wolfie. There's a wolfie. Look right here. There's a wolfie. There's that cat. Look at this guy. Oh, it totally is. This kind of looks like, wouldn't that be, that kind of looks like, he's got a chain tail. It kind of looks like it'd be like a Alyssa cat, just from the color. There's a Alyssa cat, and there's the Balthazar cat. Everybody gonna have a cat. Everybody gonna have a cat and a little bat thing. A cat and a bat. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hi, Talus. Oh my god. Could we adopt them? I don't know. I don't know. They kind of look like enemies to me, but they definitely could be like little companions or something. I don't know. Look at this like fire wolfie here. Hold on. There was another screen before I paused. Oh, there you go. There it is a little clearer. Ooh, ooh, look at the bugs. Oh, there's like a djinn or something. Does that look like like some kind of djinn? That's what it looks like to me. His feet could just be standing together. Oh, maybe not. No, I think his feet are just together. What is that? Is he wrapped in blue or is he blue? That's Isgarin. Oh my god. What is that? I don't know. Is that a person? Is that a character? Is that us? Well, no, we'll make our characters, but oh my god, the cat bats. Oh my god. How old is Zomeros? Is Zomeros in Guild Wars 1? Or Guild Wars 3? No horses. No horses. Prepubescent Isgar. No, Isgarin's like 10,000 years old. So it'd still be a younger Isgarin, but he'll still be a cranky old man, just a less cranky old man. Maybe.
Quarterly release of Visions of Eternity landing in late summer with new story, a new map, and more.
They said September.
We're so grateful for this community. Every time we've had a moment to welcome new fans to the Guild Wars franchise, our players have shown up with open arms, reinforcing our reputation as one of the friendliest communities in online gaming.
Yeah, that's you.
We're expecting newcomers and returning players to visit Guild Wars 2 and Guild Wars Reforged in droves as a result of the excitement and the commitment we're making to this franchise.
Yes.
Hall of Monuments will encourage millions of people who experience Guild Wars for the first time with Guild Wars 3 to want to go play Guild Wars 2 as well. We know many of these new players will fall in love with the games and Tyria just as many of you already have. And as a member of this welcoming community, each of you plays a huge part in that. Thank you.
Yeah.
This is the first of a few conversations we'll be having with you over the coming weeks and months. Next up, our team will be back with more information about the setting of Guild Wars 3, sharing more details about the where and the when this game takes place. Then next Tuesday, Josh and I will sit down for a live stream on Twitch and YouTube to talk more about the franchise and to answer some of your questions. Please join us if you can. We're so glad to have you with us on this journey. Thank you all to the community. We'll see you in Tyria.
Yay! Wow! Our commitment to Guild Wars. This was
everyone. This weekend is massive.
It was so perfect. That was so exactly what it needed to be. So reassuring that the first two games are going nowhere. The first two games, because we have seen an insane revitalization of Guild Wars 1 over the past 8 months. And it's been insane. There's so many people playing Guild Wars 1 again. So cool. Oh my god. Let me date Isgarin. I can fix him. There it is. Best weekend ever. I am so exhausted with hype. Oh my god. Hi, Synchrony. I'm gonna turn the alerts back on. Oh my god. Make sure you're getting your drops. There's a Guild Wars 3 t-shirt that you can get in Guild Wars 2 for watching 8 hours of a Guild Wars 2 streams.
To support Peachy for the next 15 years.
Yeah! And someone said, I think 15 years is because Guild Wars 2 has been out for, they're about to celebrate their 14th anniversary. So if he said, like, for the next 14 years, I think it would have clicked. I think that's probably what he meant, is Guild Wars 2 has been announced, has been a thing for about 15 years. I think you're right. I think that's what he meant. But I didn't. Like, where did he get 15? That's what it is. Wow. Synchrony, thank you for the 131 months. Oh my gosh. We're eating good. I know, Nix. Well, don't worry. You just have to wait till Tuesday. Tuesday, there's going to be a live stream, and they're going to talk about Guild Wars 3. They said they're going to talk about what the setting and like the era. We're going to get more information on Guild Wars 3 on Tuesday. That is at 2 p.m. Eastern time, which is about an hour from now, a little over an hour from now. On Tuesday will be a live stream, and they're going to talk about Guild Wars 3. I know! I'm going to be an old granny playing Guild Wars 5, so keep supporting this game. And once again, because I know we have more people here now, go to guildwars3.com, and there are links there. Thank you so much for the follows, everybody. Thank you for being here. Go to guildwars3.com. It's a beautiful website. There are links to wishlist on Steam and wishlist on PlayStation. Even if you're not planning to play on those platforms, go wishlist it. It's totally free to go throw it on your wish list, follow it on Steam, and it helps visibility, it helps discovery, it helps all the behind the scenes numbers like investors and all that kind of stuff. If they see, 10 million people have wishlisted Guild Wars 3 versus 100 people wishlisted Guild Wars 3. Like that's it means something to go wishlist it. So go do that on both those platforms. Even if you're not planning to play, they have said that Guild Wars 3 will be purchasable directly from ArenaNet, same as Guild Wars 1 and 2. But despite that, like I said, please go wishlist it. It helps out the game greatly. There is a newsletter and beta sign up. This is a separate newsletter than the Guild Wars 2 newsletter. If you're already on the Guild Wars 2 newsletter, this is a separate one, a new one for Guild Wars 3, so you can get Guild Wars 3 updates. And it also gets you into a chance to play the beta. So it gets you I don't know if the first beta is going to be open or if it's going to be closed. Only some people will get to play it. I don't know, but you're going to have, if it's like closed, you're probably going to have a better chance if you sign up for the newsletter. I don't know. That's what it says. A chance to play the beta in fall 2027. So make sure to sign up there for that. Follow them on all the socials. Some of them are new. Guild Wars 3 is a new account on Instagram, or maybe they changed it. No, it's only got 4,000 followers. So I guess this is a new one. The other ones are the same. The other ones are, I've looked. The other ones are my brain is on fire. The other ones are the same. The like Blue Sky and stuff is still links to Guild Wars 2. But Instagram, for whatever reason, is Guild Wars 3. So if you Instagram, then you can follow that one. It won't let me go back. So that's new. There's an official Discord server for all the games now that just launched on Monday. So you can join the official Discord server. The Twitch, I looked, the Twitch is the same, the YouTube's the same. Oh my gosh. Do your wiggles, chat, do your wiggles. Oh my God. I've been streaming for 11 years. I just celebrated my 12 years on Twitch on Sunday, actually. I've been streaming on Twitch for 12 years. That's why I call myself an elder fangirl, because I am. And that entire time, we have been playing Guild Wars 2. I started Guild Wars 2 before I started streaming on Twitch, so. Started watching you during the original Season 1 Battle for Lion's Arch. Oh my God. It's been so long. Duru says, ArenaNet, they got me. I'm back. Aw, thank you, Magic. Are there any quality of life improvements you'd like to see across Guild Wars 2's content? Oh my gosh. Handsome Honey, thank you so much for using your Prime sub. I appreciate it. Thank you. Welcome. Enjoy your emotes. You can use our Quaggenye. Yes. The games are on sale right now. Even Visions of Eternity, which is not even done yet, is 35% off. Everything is on super sale right now on the other platforms too. So if you have any expansions to pick up, you want to catch up with Guild Wars 2, remember, we've got at least 2 years until Guild Wars 3 launches, because we have a year and a half until the betas start. So we have a solid 2 years before Guild Wars 3 is a thing. So we have plenty of time to chew on Guild Wars 2 exclusively. And Guild Wars 2 is not going anywhere when Guild Wars 3 launches, but we're going to be in this era of Tyria for at least another solid 2 years exclusively. Unless you're playing Guild Wars 1, go play Guild Wars 1 as well. That's got sales going on too. All the stuff in the Guild Wars 1 store is also on sale. Durus, thank you so much for subbing. Appreciate you. Enjoy your emotes. Run, jump, stomp. How the heck are you? GW3 Hive! How the heck are you? Thank you so much for the Prime sub. Yeah, the sale's only for a couple days, so I think it might end tomorrow night. So yeah, get on the sale. It's a short sale. The VOE Elite specs are a blast, so worth it. Nice. They're so fun. Hope you don't need legendaries for the new Hell of Monuments rewards. Don't want to grind them all now. We'll see. And there's going to be tiers. It's not like if you don't have every legendary, you get nothing, right? Like how Guild Wars 1 Hall of Monuments worked was like, you know, you could mix and match different things and then you would get points towards like every single thing up to a point that you put in there like got you a reward. So they'll probably do a similar system. It's not going to be like unforgiving, but it will hopefully reward people who have. Like, you know, I don't have a plan to get every legendary in the game, but people who do have every legendary in the game, I hope they get rewarded for it. Right? I do. So yep, Guild Wars 1 is on sale. All the stuff in the Guild Wars 1 store, like all the account upgrades and character slots and, you know, bag expansions, all that kind of stuff is all on sale for Guild Wars 1 as well. Everything's on sale for the next couple days, so grab whatever you don't have. Now is the time to get it. I know. Are we going to see Jotun? Jotun when they were smart and had their magic, right? Yeah, I don't know. When was the Seer Mersat War? Are we going to see, like, other Seers? Well, no, that was... Yeah, because that was Guild Wars... There was more Seers in Guild Wars 1. We got a bunch of Hall of Monuments points simply for linking our Guild Wars 1 and 2 accounts. Oh, man, I forgot about that. You got 40k AP. Wow. Wow. Yes, you can continue to work on it even after Guild Wars 3 launches. Absolutely. You can go back right now and work on your Hall of Monuments. Yep. I got my God Walking Amongst Mere Mortal title in Guild Wars 1 last year. Took me 20 years to get it, but I got it. Oh my gosh. How long will I be streaming? Probably to the normal time, like 4 and like another 3 hours. I think we'll jump into game. Is each expansion its own product? As in 14, you buy the last one, you get the previous ones. Yes, it does not work the same in Guild Wars 2. The first 2 expansions are bundled together, but the rest are everything's a separate product. Yes, you would have to buy everything separately. The first 2 expansions, Heart of Thorns and Path of Fire, come together now. So if you like already owned Path of Fire, like in the past, but you never bought Heart of Thorns, you would then now have Heart of Thorns. So they bundled those 2. But everything else is separate. Got the rest of your drops? Let's go! I want to see people rocking their Guild Wars 3 shirts in Guild Wars 2. Hi, Kyoto! Yeah, Living World Seasons is not a thing anymore since they are doing the yearly expansions. No, they started releasing an expansion every year instead of having multiple years between expansions and then having the Living World between them is what they did for the first bunch of years. So now they have a yearly expansion. But they said that they're doing Visions of Eternity is going to be the last expansion for a while. until Guild Wars 3 launches. That's what the video just told us. But they are going to be adding things like the Hall of Monuments, a new ore map that's free for everyone, and improvements to the core game, both surface what we see and beneath the hood, to make development faster and easier and better in the future. So they're going to be doing. We're still going to get a lot of stuff for Guild Wars 2. Even though we're not going to be getting expansions. So I guess the story is going to stop for a little bit unless there's story in ore, this new ore map that they're doing. Josephel, thank you for gifting a sub. Thank you so much. Thank you for the hype train. Is there something I should really buy in the Guild Wars 1 sale? I bought it last year, but never really played it. If you bought Reforged, it comes with the first 3 campaigns. It comes with Prophecies, Factions, and Nightfall. Those are the 3 full campaigns for Guild Wars 1. You would have to buy Eye of the North, which is the expansion for Guild Wars 1. So if you don't have Eye of the North and you want more like the full Guild Wars 1 experience, then buy Eye of the North, I would recommend. And there's also, if you want even more after that, there's also the bonus mission pack, which has 4 little mini instances where you play as other like characters, some major characters in Guild Wars lore. Sometimes you'll go back in time and experience stuff. They're really cool. The bonus mission pack is really cool, but that's like for the very, very, very end when you're done. But just take a look at the in the store and all of the stuff that you can get. There's like, extra character slots. There's like, bag storage expansions, so you can store more stuff. There's a lot of stuff. Thank you for the hype train. Oh my gosh. If you think so, man, why are you here? Go somewhere where you're excited about what they're actually talking about. Not Eye of the North. I'll have to check bags as well, or can I? Oh, you can manage without it. It's just, are you a hoarder? I'm a hoarder, so like I maxed out my bag slot expansions in my bank. You're a hoarder, you definitely want to buy some bag slots. And they're probably like a couple bucks right now. I think everything in the Guild Wars 1 store is like 40% off. And if you do buy one of the Guild Wars 2 expansions, remember that all ArenaNet partners have referral links, and buying the expansions directly from ArenaNet through those links helps us out greatly. So definitely consider, choosing whoever you want to support and finding their referral link. It's going to be right on, everyone's Twitch page. I'm sure everyone made their link easy to find. So yeah, whoever you want to support, go find their referral link if you're gonna buy Guild Wars 2 expansions. Josephine, thank you for gifting us up to Alessandra. Hi, Emerald Knight. It's Peachy time. How's it going? The trailer is so pretty, right? It's so pretty. I know. Look at that PS5 on the Guild Wars 3 website, right? That's so cool. It's the first time Guild Wars will be on console. Oh my gosh. Oh, welcome back, Ardog. No, we actually got the opposite from what I expected. We got they said that Visions of Eternity is going to be the last expansion until Guild Wars 3 launches. And then they plan to continue their yearly content updates, whatever that might mean. I don't know if that's actual paid expansions or if that will take another form. But yeah, no, they said they're taking a break from expansions until after Guild Wars 3 launches. But that doesn't mean we're getting nothing. We're getting the Hall of Monuments, which is huge. That'll get us rewards in Guild Wars 3. They're doing this amazing rollout of the Hall of Monuments where you can earn rewards for Guild Wars 3 and start filling out your Hall of Monuments, starting with the core game, which will funnel tons of players to the core game, which is incredible. And they're also going to be doing updates to the core game, including, if you weren't here, the Zaitan fight. They're going to rework the Zaitan fight. Yeah, we watched it, Emerald. Thank you. It wasn't a stream, it was just a video. Yeah, we already watched it. I'm talking about what they announced in that video. So they're going to roll out the Hall of Monuments reward. So they're going to start with the core game. You can start earning your Hall of Monuments from the core game, and then they're going to do Heart of Thorns, and then they're going to do, I don't know if they'll do the Living World seasons. They should. But then Heart of Thorns, Path of Fire, and they're just going to go chronologically through the entire game, and you can earn rewards for both stuff you've already done, achievements you've already got, and new ones. So, man. Hi, honey. Choo choo. Thank you so much. I know that was probably my biggest reaction was saying they're going to redo the Zaitan fight. Oh my god. I think the Hall of Monuments, yeah, will hold us over very well. And there's going to be, in Guild Wars 2, a new map in Ore that's going to introduce us to the area that we'll be exploring in Guild Wars 3, I guess, is what it sounded like. Yeah, I mean, more of Aura will rise or be revealed. Like we've gotten new maps in Ore in the Living World seasons. What was that? Siren's Landing? Like that was new. Yeah, there's going to be another map in Ore and for us to explore, and so that's just going to be a free update. They said you won't even have to like own an expansion for that. That's just going to be free for everyone to explore. We're wondering if maybe that's where the Hall of Monuments is going to be, or like the access to the Hall of Monuments. We don't know. But they said the Hall of Monuments is rolling out later this year. The finale of Visions of Eternity, they said, is late September. So I'm guessing it'll probably be after that, because like right now we're in Visions of Eternity, and then we'll have the Visions of Eternity finale. And then if they after that roll out the Hall of Monuments, that gives us like a whole new slew of stuff to do. And they said that Hall of Monuments rollout is going to be over a year. And so that is going to take us to the beta of Guild Wars 3. Because if that's coming out later this year, I'm assuming Hall of Monuments in like fall, like late fall, then fall of next year is the Guild Wars 3 beta. So we got a lot of Guild Wars. I don't know when the Ore map's coming out. And then for World vs. World fans, they got World vs. World Borderland being worked on. A lot of World vs. World improvements. The core game is going to get more updates, more polished. They said they're gonna just like go over the entirety of like the old content and like polish it up, balancing, fixing bugs, just making things better. Like they know the Zaitan fight is a weakness, and has been since launch. So they're gonna fix it up. It's kind of like how they redid the Shatterer fight, right? So cool. So cool. You think is Guild Wars 3 an alternate timeline? I don't think so. I don't think they would have a need to do that unless they wanted to tell just a totally different story. Hopefully the new Ore map will reflect the death of Zaitan and regrowth healing of the land. That's interesting. Because we've seen that, because like the Living World maps, they could be right next to a core map, and they're actually in different time periods, right? I didn't even think of that. Woo! We could see like, yeah, like a post Zaitan healing version of Ore in Guild Wars 2. I didn't even think of that. That's cool. Guild Wars 3 is set 1,000 years before Guild Wars 1. So it would be 1,250 years before Guild Wars 2. And we'll have to see exact dates. We don't know exact dates for the lore nerds who know the exact years things happen in Guild Wars lore. But we might find that out on Tuesday. Tuesday at 2 p.m. at in about a little less than an hour from now on Tuesday, actually, there is a live stream, and they said they'll be talking about the setting of Guild Wars 3. So tune in Tuesday. No Lion's Art. Well, no. Yes, no. Yes, no. I don't know. I did, Ren, yes. I didn't want to be hyping over the all this new info and have this is fun going off. Yeah, no. That's one of our alerts. But we do have to go on a break. Desperately. So, oh my gosh. I don't have the date on my character memorized in Guild Wars 2. So you guys do the math for me. I know you can math it. I have not had the brain capacity to my brain's all hype. I don't have the capacity for math at the moment. I'm gonna wait till the lore nerds much smarter than me come out with like their lore speculation videos and just watch those. My speculation is Isgarn and Glint could be in Guild Wars 3. They said over 1,000 years. Aw, thank you, Nix. I appreciate you guys being here. This is just, I love these moments. I love like sometimes these moments of hype and speculation and getting excited and just like the camaraderie in the community and everybody getting hyped up for the same thing together. Like we all love this franchise so much that we are here right now. Like these are some of my favorite moments in any release. Like sometimes like the game actually coming out is like less hype than this moment right now. I love it so much. So I know a lot about the lore, but I would not call myself a master of it. Because there will be people who will like pull out like I was watching some of Muckluck's stream last night and he was like, well, this happened in this year. Like he wasn't reading a timeline. He was pulling this out of his head. He's like, this happened, the Guild War happened in this year to this year. And I was just like, I mean, I've always hated real world like history and geography has always bored me. So I know more about Tyria's geography than real world geography. It is very Kina vibes, Josephel, right? It is very Kina vibes. Aw, thank you, Diana. Yeah, I do that too. I'll watch like if I know somebody's a super fan of some series, like a creator that I enjoy. If I know they're a super fan of this one series that I don't play, I'll still like go watch their reaction to that just because I know how much they love it. And so like I can, like I'm not invested in the thing, but I can feel their energy. You guys, Mr. P last night. Mr. P is not my husband is not he's not a fan boy like I'm a fangirl. Like he's a geek, like he plays D&D. Like D&D is like his number one love. He's a DM, he does like he's a geek, but he doesn't do the fan thing like I do. Like he's the opposite of me. He's just like he's like I don't understand it. He's like I appreciate that you're excited and it makes me happy that you're excited and that you're so happy. He's like I get a lot of joy out of seeing you so happy. He's like, but I just don't do that. I'm not like the watching a trailer and crying or watching a trailer and even getting excited. Like he's like when it's out I'll play it if I want to play it, right? Like he's like the opposite of me. He came into my room last night, literal tears streaming down his face, like dripping off his chin. And I'm just like, Oh my god, but he had a smile on his face, so I knew nothing was wrong. Ginger Tap, thank you for the raid! From the iceberg! I love that. Look at the penguin, that's so cute. Welcome! I was just telling the story about how last night my husband came in with tears streaming down his face. And I'm like, oh my god, what happened? Are you okay? And he's like, I watched your reaction to Guild Wars 3. Me getting so excited about this made tears just burst out of him. Get yourself a partner. Find yourself a partner. That is when you know. Someone who, they may not share your interests, they may not even understand your interests or the way that you appreciate them, but someone who appreciates that you are the way you are. He's like, I don't understand you crying over a trailer, but I love that you get so much joy out of it. If that's not love, I don't know what is. Yes. So he doesn't care about Guild Wars, but he cried at my excitement. He cried because I was so happy. And I'm like, I get that, because like I just said, I'll watch somebody react over, to the finale of a show that I have never seen or I have no investment in, but I can just see their excitement for it. And it just brings me so much joy. He needs to play Guild Wars 3 with you. There you go. I told my gamer husband, who doesn't have an interest in the Guild Wars franchise, and he said, oh boy. Well, when they know how much you love it, like then it does mean something to them, because your happiness means something to them, right? Aww. Having someone to share your geek side with is a non-negotiable to me. Aw, thank you again. So, did we get a shout out for Ginger Tap? Ginger Tap, thank you so much. When I first heard about it, my first thought was Peachy's gonna be so excited. Aw, thank you. That's so sweet of you. I know. I stayed up way too late last night, like scrubbing through people's streams, watching their reactions to the announcement, hearing their thoughts. I had to cut myself off at one point because I was like, it was getting late, and I was like, I really need to go to bed. And then, but then my brain was just so active and excited and hyped and wouldn't rest. And I did get sleep last night, but it wasn't the best sleep. The Peachy Squee. Oh, Mr. P came up with the perfect thing. Guild Wars Squee. He says it's Guild Wars Squee. I was like, why did I not think of that? Binge the reactions. I know. Someone said, I hope that ArenaNet does like collects everybody's reactions and does a video like they've done for the past couple expansions. That would be amazing. I really hope they do that. Oh, Terralyn, that's so sweet. Haven't been as hyped by an announcement for a game as I have yesterday in years. Me too. I have like a handful of like my top favorite video games, and it's been a while. It's been a while since we've gotten. Well, I think the last one was Mario RPG, yeah? The Mario RPG remake, I think, was the last one that made me like just not be able to human. And we've been waiting for a long time for anything Kingdom Hearts. So like that's next. Kingdom Hearts is next. Now that we got Guild Wars 3, holy heck. And I mean, expansions announcements are exciting, but a new game, that's another level. So, and we haven't gotten this in 15 years, so. Mario RPG is obnoxiously good. Yeah, the remake is obnoxiously good. Like it's so faithful to the original while still adding new things that doesn't like take anything away from the original. It's insane. It's so good. That's my favorite game of all time is Mario RPG, which is weird when you see me like liking these RPG. Well, it's an RPG. I guess all my favorite games of all time are RPGs. Now that I think about it. just in different genres. One's an MMO, one's an action RPG, and one's a turn-based old school RPG. Oh, I'm so happy for you, Alessandra. Yeah, I'm happy for everybody who got cool announcements during the Game Awards. I also have my reaction to oh, I pushed the wrong button, but go there too. I just put up this morning my reaction to the Final Fantasy VII Revelation trailer, the triple trailer that we got. Because that's I'm excited for that too. I'm not a super fan of Final Fantasy VII, but I really love all the Final Fantasy games. But I've been playing through all the 7 remake games, and they're fan freaking tastic. So I was very excited to see that trailer too. There's a lot of good stuff. There was a lot of good stuff at the State of Play, too. God of War Le Fay. Man, there's a lot of stuff. All right, Mr. Biscuit's staring at me. He has to go potty, and I have to go potty. So let's take a quick health break, get up and stretch. Please, please, please make sure you've got water. Stay hydrated, my beautiful peaches. And everyone, thank you for all the follows. Thank you for all the support. Thank you just for being here to geek out about Guild Wars. I live for this. I live for this. Thank you so much. Aw, Sam Patters, thank you. You cried for 20 minutes without a word of happiness. Oh, that's so sweet, Sam. Thank you for sharing that. All right, I will see you all in a couple minutes. I'll be right back. Keep getting your drops. Get your Guild Wars 2 drops. Get that Guild Wars 3 shirt. Guild Wars 3. Oh, new Anbu? No.
I think that Guild Wars 3 will be like Warframe mixed with Skyrim. You have movement of Warframe, but you have no setup Clunicorn from Skyrim but only skills that you collect and put in slots which define your overall role in CL gingerly. Peachy, yay, I know this isn't anyone wants, but if it's evolution of modern MMO and RPG systems, then just imagine it. Peachy smirk.
Peachy smirk. I love the censoring. The thing that reads the messages, like the word class has the word ass in it, so it replaces the part of the word with the bad word in it. So it turned class into clunicorn. And that just like totally messed me up for the rest of your message, because I was like, clunicorn? Is that actually a thing? Like in Warframe or Skyrim, are there clunicorns? Oh man. Well, I just hope it's not as fast as Warframe, because I played Warframe like once for like an hour, and oh my god, it was so fast. But Clunicorn. That's what this thing's called. No, actually this thing is called a seeker, I think. Or that's maybe not maybe that's what yours is called. This is my seeker. That's like its job. I don't know if this creature maybe has another name. Amber, hi Amber. But thank you so much for the bits, Rabbit. But yeah, we'll have to see what the movement is like. Think about how the movement between Guild Wars 1 and Guild Wars 2 was different, right? Guild Wars 1 didn't even have jumping, right? Didn't have dodge rolling, didn't have any of that. So, and then Guild Wars 2 kind of evolved the movement, right? So it sounds like, from what they're saying, Guild Wars 3 might like evolve the movements even more. I mean, we've even seen that in the mounts and how they've upgraded the mounts in Guild Wars 2. It's like the War Claw is now like my favorite mount, whereas before it was just kind of boring because it just ran around. Now, oh my god, the War Claw is freaking amazing. So like it's an evolution of its movement and abilities and control. And it said like in one of the things, like kind of like in Guild Wars 1, how like you have your skill to engage your mount in combat, and then like your mount will like leap in, and then like you'll come off the mount and into combat, right? It kind of sounded like Guild Wars 3 was going to be something like that. Like you take the momentum from your mount and maybe even your own movement and like take that into battle. So like maybe if if you're running on your mount, kind of like how in Guild Wars 2, where you push the skill and, if you're on your mount and you engage in combat, you get an extra attack because your mount then attacks, right? So maybe it's like that. Like maybe if you're running at full speed on your mount and you engage in combat, then you get like more damage or an extra attack or something like that. But it sounds like it's, an evolution of, what that means and what those mechanics are going to be. It's going to have a mobile app where you have to like leave your home and like actually walk out in the world to like charge up your something. Hello, Lunaria, how you doing? The Cabbage Patch has arrived. Why is that one little bunny like panicking? Why is he panicking? We're friendly. It's okay. Hi, Jadia. Welcome. How you doing? Are you all so excited? So excited. I'm just blabbing. We're not even playing Guild Wars 2. We're just blabbing about Guild Wars 3 and just Guild Wars in general. We watched the dev vlog. Did you guys watch the dev video? So excited. So excited. Thank you so much for the raid. Give Lunaria a follow, everyone. Thank you so much. Yes. I'm so excited. I thought they were gonna announce the next Guild Wars 2 expansion. I was very wrong. They basically announced the opposite, that Visions of Eternity is the last expansion until after Guild Wars 3 launches. And then they said about returning to Guild Wars 2 yearly content. They didn't say more expansions, so we don't know what that means, but like maybe more story is what I'm assuming they mean. Like the story will continue in whatever form that means after Guild Wars 3. That doesn't mean there's not going to be nothing for Guild Wars 2. There's going to be a lot of stuff. So I think that video was very important. They really, really pushed the, they let us know that Guild Wars 2 will not just die and they're going to abandon it when Guild Wars 3 launches, which I understand why people thought that, because that is what they did, and they admitted it in the video that that's what they did with Guild Wars 1. They said we pretty much, after Guild Wars 2 launched, we just moved every single dev off of Guild Wars 1, put it in maintenance mode, and went to Guild Wars 2. Yes, that's what they did. They said we're not going to do that with Guild Wars 3. In fact, we're going to bring back Guild Wars 1, which they've already done, and Guild Wars 2 is going to continue to get updates and content. So they're going to have 3 games running at the same time with content, with support, with active updates. I'm so excited. This is like the best era ever for Guild Wars. I can't. Oh my god. Cabbage Patch, etc. How's it going, Elrad? Thank you all so much for supporting Lunaria. Thank you for coming over. It was wonderful. 15 years. Yes. We were. I was like, where did he get 15 more years of Guild Wars 2? But Guild Wars 2 has been announced, has been a thing for 15 years. It's about to celebrate its 14th anniversary. So, Guild Wars 2 for another 15 years. That was so cool. That was so cool. Oh my god. Development of Guild Wars 2 stuff for the next 18 months. Well, we knew that. They said in the Guild Wars 3 release trailer that the betas for Guild Wars 3 start next fall. Fall of 2027. Which is a little less than 18 months. 2027. And so I think Guild Wars 2, I think we said Guild Wars 2 had what, 6 months of, or was it 6 months or a year of betas? Probably for Guild Wars 2. So yeah, we're looking at about 2 years until Guild Wars 3 actually launches. But betas in about a year and a half. It might be the actual when the actual Guild Wars take place. Yeah. No, Lunaria, go eat. Enjoy your dinner. Thank you so much. So thank you so much for bringing over your community. Tuesday, we might find those exact answers out. There's going to be a live stream at 2 o'clock Eastern time on Tuesday, which is 20 minutes from now. On Tuesday, and they said they're going to talk about the setting of Guild Wars 3. Because that's a lot of people's question is, when is it exactly? You know, what year is it going to be the actual Guild War? We might get some answers to that on Tuesday, so definitely tune into the live stream on Tuesday. We will be watching it together. Yep, it's over 1,000 years before the first game. Guild Wars 3. It's a prequel. Yeah, it could be the Guild War. The Guild Wars. All right. Elrathier says the Guild Wars 3 announcement made me pick Guild Wars 2 back up again, and I'm really enjoying it. All of the expansions, including the current one that's not even finished yet, that still has major content coming out, is on sale for like another 48 hours. They said it was only going to be 3 days. So if you have any of the expansions to pick up, now is the time to do it. Everything is on like super sale right now. I know, Hollow Monuments 2. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see how how it compares to the Guild Wars 1 Hollow Monuments. Like, is it going to be a point system like the original Hollow Monuments? Are there going to be like categories? Like, if you want a mini, you have to get minis. Like, hi, Mimi. You guys are picking up Guild Wars 1 to get our Hollow Monuments and Guam. Let's go. Yes. I just got my Guam last year for the first time. Took me 20 years to get Guam, but I cried. I was so happy when I finally got it. I hope I can carry it over into Guild Wars 3. That'd be amazing. Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see how this new iteration of the Hollow Monuments. Terralyn exploring Guild Wars 1. Let's go. Oh, it's so good, Jada. Man, what a perfect thing to get you back into Guild Wars. I've had community members I haven't seen in 10 years coming back like on my YouTube video and commenting and being like, "Oh my god, I remember watching you play Guild Wars 2 and now Guild Wars 3. It's so exciting." Well, that's what it is. That's what the Hollow Monuments is the achievements that you've done in Guild Wars 2 will get you stuff in Guild Wars 3. That's exactly what it is. Someone had a fantastic idea of what if, since all 3 games are going to be going simultaneously, what if there will be certain achievements you can do in Guild Wars 3 that get you a reward in the first 2 games? So what if there's like a Guild Wars 3 banner backpack that you can get in Guild Wars 2, so then you earn it in Guild Wars 3, you go back to Guild Wars 2, play Guild Wars 2, and you're wearing your Guild Wars 3 banner. How cool would that be? It would really, like, help just one more thing to solidify, like, go back and forth between the games, right? Like, I can, like, even today, like, I can pick up Guild Wars 1 at any second and just, like, play it and have a great time because, like, it's just, like, Guild Wars 1 is, like, such pure nostalgia for me. It's how I started playing the series and it's how I originally fell in love with the series was Guild Wars 1. And it's just pure nostalgia, and I love every second of it. And so, like, I can just go back and play it at any time. And like, Guild Wars, even after Guild Wars 3 launches, Guild Wars 2 is going to be the same thing. Like, and that, with Guild Wars 1, that was even without new content. Like, there will probably be PvP achievements, just like in the first Hall of Monuments. There was PvP stuff in there. So I imagine there will be World versus World and PvP achievements that you can put in your Hall of Monuments. Yeah. I'd be surprised if there wasn't. That cross-game connection, right? Yeah. I just don't know if they're going to do it retroactively. I think that would be a fantastic thing. what a time! What a time. You remember playing the Guild Wars 1 open beta. Wow. My very first exposure to Guild Wars ever was the Guild Wars 1 Factions open beta weekend. And unfortunately, they thrust you into endgame, and you had all your skills. You had a level 20 character. They just like, here, play with everything, right? And that being my first exposure to the game, was very overwhelming, and I didn't like it, because I had never played a game quite like that before. And so I was just like, this is just too much. I don't understand what's going on, because I didn't have the base, because I hadn't played Prophecies. So then I didn't touch the game for a while, but my friends at the time were playing Guild Wars, and so I would see them playing, and I was like, it looks really cool, right? And I was very interested in it, and then it wasn't until Nightfall came out that I actually, for Christmas, got all 3 campaigns. I got Prophecies, Factions, and Nightfall, and so I could start from the beginning and, learn slowly, which is why I always recommend, like, if you're getting into Guild Wars 2, don't just jump into a level 80 character. You're going to be overwhelmed. Start from the beginning, get your skills slowly, level up, get your traits slowly, learn the system, right? Get into it, understand what the game is about. Have that level up experience. And then in subsequent characters, if you make more characters, yeah, sure, level them to 80 if you didn't, if you don't want to do the leveling experience again. But for that first character, I think it's so important to go through the leveling experience, which is really enjoyable. Yeah, well, any game looks overwhelming when you're looking at end game versus the start, right? Especially in RPG, because you're constantly unlocking skills and abilities and, so... Oh my god! Abaddon's Temple in Ore to be the new Hall of Monuments. Oh, since knowledge? Oh, that would be cool. Nspawn, welcome. Do you have any idea why there is no more NCSoft mentioned anywhere? Or am I just missing it? I think ArenaNet, I don't know any of this for sure. I think ArenaNet like kind of co-publishes with NCSoft now. If you look at the Guild Wars 3 on the Steam page, the publisher, oh, it is ArenaNet. I thought it was ArenaNet and NCSoft. Maybe that's Guild Wars 2. Yeah, Guild Wars 2 is listed as ArenaNet and NCSoft, because it originally was NCSoft. I don't know how active they are in working with them. This also says ArenaNet and NCSoft. I don't know if maybe they have to put that there. I don't know how NCSoft they are anymore. But that was their publisher for long time. But yeah, they are purely ArenaNet now. They don't need nobody. ANET is a subsidiary of NCSoft West. I don't know how all that legal stuff works, but yes, it is notable that the publisher is purely ArenaNet on Guild Wars 3. Exactly, Doggy. You need those early game experiences to learn stuff like that. Yeah. And luckily, Guild Wars 1 and 2 have incredible wikis and incredible creators that make guide videos. The talent and the passion and the dedication of the Guild Wars community is just, like, it's insane. I mean, have they ever been independent? I mean, Guild Wars 1 has always been NCSoft, right? Oh, sure. With the mists, Mr. I, we could see anything. Anything's possible. Wonder why no Xbox. Yeah, I don't know if maybe... I wonder if they're planning on bringing it to Xbox later. I don't know. There could be a lot of reasons. Like cost of development, difficulty of development. I don't know. I don't know those behind the scenes dev things. I can only guess. Though I'm like, That's probably the issue. It's either like, it all comes down to money, right? Hey, what's up, Alaska? Yes, we did. Are you kidding me? You're really asking me if I watched the dev vlog? Oh, is there a video about the future of the series? I'm kidding. Yes, we have been talking about it for 2 hours. Most notable, they're redoing the Zaitan fight. Oh no, it launched 2 hours ago. They're redoing the Zaitan fight, as well as other core game polishes. Hollow Monuments 2 is coming later this year. It's going to be a slow rollout over a year, going through all of the content in chronological order. There's going to be a new World vs. World Borderlands map. Visions of Eternity is the last expansion until potentially after the launch of Guild Wars 3. There's going to be a new ore map. There's going to be a new map in ore that's going to, kind of connect us to Guild Wars 3. Available for free for everyone in Guild Wars 2. What was the other big thing? Right, all these content updates, the new map, the core game tune-ups, the Hollow Monuments. Yeah, all of that is free. Super hype. Hey, General Atri, how you doing? I loved Guild Wars 1, and I played a lot of 2, but now it's been a while, and it feels overwhelming to catch up on all the expansions I did miss. It's like when you're behind in a game series, like it just takes time. You just go through it, with the Hollow Monuments coming out, what they're going to do is they're slowly rolling it out. So like people will be able to earn things in Guild Wars 3 by doing things in Guild Wars 1. And they're going to start by funneling everyone to the core game. So you can start earning rewards for Guild Wars 3 by doing core game stuff. So there's going to be a lot of players. Basically everyone in the game is going to suddenly funnel to the core game, which is going to be polished and updated over the next year. And so it's actually a great time. There's going to be a lot of people doing core game stuff. The game is going to feel very alive starting from the core game. And then it's going to go through all of the content in the game. So like, I don't know if they'll do the Living World seasons. I don't know if those will be separate, included, excluded. I don't know. But like Heart of Thorns, maybe the seasons, and then Heart of Thorns, and then Path of Fire. So the players through the Hollow Monument system are going to be like going through the entire game again in a giant wave to earn their achievements and replaying the game. So if you want, you could like follow that wave over the next year as players are playing through all of the expansions again, all of the content. And it's going to feel very alive. Because I'll admit, yes, if you're playing Path of Fire in 2026, an expansion that launched 10 years ago, there's people there. I never not see people in the maps, but it's empty compared to the launch of Path of Fire when Path of Fire was new, right? But with the Hollow Monuments, like this next year is the perfect time to go through the game again, because like when they get to Path of Fire, everyone is going to be in Path of Fire again, and it's going to feel alive. It's so perfect. It's so perfect. Exactly, Worm. It's genius. Everything they're doing is genius. With supporting all 3 games, getting people to go back and play the old games, revitalizing it. Oh my god. Cardigan said it perfectly. Please don't play a 15-year-old game fire hose to the face style. Oh my god. Exactly. There's so many people in the ore maps right now for the Summer Game Fest achievements that you can't even get to an event if you want to. There's so many people there. There's a lot of people coming back to Guild Wars 2 because of this. It's so good to see. It was really, really good that they put out that that dev video. Really, really smart. Sunny asks, so Guild Wars 2 will continue to have expansions after Guild Wars 3 releases. I didn't understand the part of what they're doing after Guild Wars 3. We don't have confirmation that Guild Wars 2 will be having expansion packs. We don't have confirmation either way, but they said in the dev vlog, after Guild Wars 3 launches, they will return to our yearly content cycle, I think is what he said. Which suggests expansions. So it's very possible. Yearly content, was that the quote? Oh, there's a blog post. Hold on, there's a blog post. I totally forgot. This might give us more answers. I totally forgot. This accompanies the dev vlog. It's going to repeat a lot of the stuff in the dev vlog. My bad. I totally forgot about this. Bog, I'm sorry. I forgot about your blog. I'm sorry. There's so much going on. There's so much hype. I'm so excited. Breaking news. But yes, Guild Wars 2 content will continue, which I assume that means the story will continue after Guild Wars 3 launches. Yes. Yes, expansions are paused after Guild Wars 3. Yes. Oh, paused. Expansions are paused until... I get what you're saying, Jack. I get what you're saying. Right. It suggests we will get more Guild Wars 2 expansions after Guild Wars 3 launches. Yes, yes. So much excitement, Mr. Rye. How many character slots? I don't know. Didn't Guild Wars 2, doesn't it start with 5? One for every race. Aquashell! Hi, Aquashell. Bye, Ren. Thank you so much. I got the fort. Thank you, my lovely. The blog otter. All right. The future of the Guild Wars franchise, our commitment to Tyria. Yay! Yesterday was a huge day for ArenaNet and our community. We revealed that we are developing Guild Wars 3 at Summer Game Fest with an announcement trailer. We also published an informative blog covering some exciting new sales both in the game and outside of it to celebrate our big reveal. Yes, everything is on sale right now, including Visions of Eternity, which they've never done. They've never had a sale on the current expansion before the current expansion is even done. They've never done that before. So if you want to buy Visions of Eternity, if you maybe normally wait till they go on sale, it is on sale right now. So definitely consider picking up whatever expansions you're missing. They're all on like at least 35% off right now. Yeah, no Sylvari in Guild Wars 3. I don't know about Char. I've seen a lot of people saying where are the Char. And I don't know the timeline for the Char. We'll see. All the Char players in my guild are mad. Oh no. We'll see. Today, we invite you to hear directly from studio head Colin Johansson, Guild Wars 2 game director Josh Davis, and Guild Wars Reforged game director Stephen Clark Wilson about the future of the Guild Wars franchise. And we watched this video earlier. Colin and Josh will also be hosting a live stream next week on Twitch to continue the conversation about the future of the Guild Wars franchise. Make sure you tune in to watch Tuesday, June 9th at 11 a.m. Pacific time. As Josh mentioned in the video, after Guild Wars 2 Visions of Eternity wraps up in September, we're turning our attention to improving the foundations of Guild Wars 2, and we want to make the most of it with your help. Starting with our first Hall of Monuments update coming later this year, we're going to spend nearly a full year going back through each era of Guild Wars 2, making meaningful improvements to the player experience. That is so cool. Head over to the new feedback forum and share your ideas on what you'd like us to address. We're excited to shape the future of Guild Wars 2 alongside the community and ensure its continued success for many years to come. So this is so cool, this new feedback forum. So like there's already 565 posts in the core game suggestions. So community quality of life initiative. How cool is this? So you can go through every expansion and the core game and something that you think would improve it, quality of life updates, bug fixes, whatever. Like maybe you always do this one event in it, and something's weird about it, and you think, or this one thing you always do is during this meta event is always annoying. So hey, maybe if you tweak this, that kind of stuff. Story instance with friends, we work map bonus rewards, add an item hotbar. I would love an emote, something where I can see all the emotes I have unlocked and like click them. There are add-ons that do that are very nice, but to have that in the game would be amazing. Or like a lot of the stuff that that the add-ons do, like a mount selection wheel, things like that. Like that should be in the game. Dedicated roleplay network for the roleplay communities. Yeah, follow up on Malik and the other two, like story things. People say it's story things, right? Like, just like anything. Dungeons. Yeah, dungeons. My suggestion, more of the auto play stuff. That's what I want to see. I want to see more of the like you have the auto join. What is it called? I just forgot what it was called. The auto matchmaking for fractals and raids. I want that for dungeons. The quick play. Thank you, quick play. That's the word. I just could not remember. That's what I want. I want quick play. I want quick play for like all instance content. I want it for heroes as party members again. Oh, going in the story instances as heroes. Oh man, yeah. No confirmed playable races. I mean, we in the trailer we see what looks like a human, a Kodan, and an Asura. But we don't even have confirmation that those are the playable races. I mean, human, I think obviously. Here we go. There they are. So these could be the playable races. They could not be. They could just be our party members. They could be, characters or concepts of characters in the story. So no, we don't have any confirmation of playable races, playable professions. Dwarf would be very cool. Yep, dwarfs are still around. Heroes as your alts, that's mercenary slots in Guild Wars 1. Guild Wars 1 did that. You kids are getting vision so easily. That was me in Guild Wars 1 when they changed it so that you didn't have to actually sit there for like 10,000 actual real or 1,000 actual real world minutes getting your drunk title. I got that the long way, and then they changed it so you can just spam the item in your inventory and get your 1,000 drunk points. I did it the long way. You kids got it so easy now. Quick play's still a little buggy. It's still technically in beta. God, I would love quick play dungeons. We could see ancestors. Fall 2027, Duck. Fall 2027. We got a year and a half. Do I still grow peaches? Of course I do. Go to my peach tree. It's in the game. Peachy the OG drunkie. That's right. Luck and I never maxed my luck or unluck title. That was not in my guam. Yep, thief and assassin was in factions. Yeah. So we're probably I would guess, not going to see in Guild Wars 3 a profession. We're not going to see the ritualist, the dervish, the paragon, or the assassin. We're not going to see the thief, any of the Guild Wars, 2 classes, engineer. I'm guessing it's going to be the core professions from prophecies plus maybe some new ones we've never heard of before. Yeah, no, definitely no revenant. Yeah. Yeah, so we're probably I would be surprised if we didn't see warrior, elementalist, ranger, necromancer, mesmer. Those are like core to Guild Wars, right? And then monk. Maybe monk is gonna make a return because that's prophecies. And then I'd be surprised if we also didn't see like a new one or two. Because you gotta have something new and shiny, right? More Abaddon lore. People are thinking that this is Abaddon and Doom. The story could even be about like the fall of Abaddon and Doom. Tuesday, they're going to tell us more about the setting of Guild Wars 3. A cleric-like profession. That's what the monk kind of was. It was just a light armor cleric. Because like the Guardian in Guild Wars 3 is essentially a cleric, right? Whereas the monk, it's a healer in Guild Wars 1, but a light armor class healer. It's like, well, I'm just thinking of D&D. Like D&D, like clerics can wear like heavy armor. Whereas in Guild Wars 1, monk was squishy and wore light armor. Welcome back, full tummy Lunaria. How you doing? Smiting monk. I played everything. I played healing monk, protection monk, smiting monk. I played them all over the years. Oh yeah. Guild Wars 2 is going nowhere. In fact, he said we are committed to another 15 years of Guild Wars 2 content. That's insane. It's gonna take me 20 years to get Guam 2.0, that's right. That's right. Thoughts on Guild Wars 3 being a prequel instead of moving further in the story? I think it being a prequel simplifies the story in a way. It can still be extremely complex because there's a lot we don't know. I love that it's a prequel. 55 monk, let's go. Yeah, doing my ATFH runs. I made most of my fortune in Guild Wars 1 doing a Time for Heroes runs, the Eye of the North finale as my 55 monk, soloing the Great Destroyer. That is where most of my platinum came from in Guild Wars 1. That was like all I did for like 6 months. Guild Wars 1 is coming to mobile soon. This summer. So this summer, Guild Wars 1 is coming to mobile. They said end of September will be the finale of Visions of Eternity. After that, I believe they said after that, they're going to start rolling out the Hall of Monuments 2.0, which is crazy. They didn't say when, but there's going to be a new World versus World Borderland. They didn't say when, but there's going to be a new map in Ore to help connect us to Guild Wars 3, which is going to be set in Ore. That's why I picked Monk initially in Guild Wars 1, because I knew that parties always were looking for a healer. So I was like, if I'm a healer, I'm always going to have a party. I'm never going to have to be waiting to get into a party. And I was right. And that's because I fell in love with my monk. That's why I'm a guardian in Guild Wars 2. That's why I'm a guardian main. because it was the closest thing to a monk. Yeah, we'll have to see how this is gonna run if you plan on playing it on PC versus PS5. I need to upgrade our rigs. It looks very fancy. I was initially, you know, before pre-launch, I was bummed that Monk didn't make it over to Guild Wars 2 when like every other core profession had. Um, but there was, you know, but there was Guardian. It wasn't like there was just nothing. You know, it was little. I had to adjust going from light armor to heavy armor. And I like the heavy armor fashion less. So that, you know, that was an adjustment. But I very quickly fell in love with Guardian. Oh, it's way too early as far as the I mean, obviously the general art style, but remember this this is alpha footage. These are alpha screenshots. So I kind of see this more as like concept. More than, you know, this is not final. This is alpha footage. So it's very early. It's like the foundation of what we're going to see. And then they're just going to build on top of it. So yeah, don't, you know, don't take this art style as final, because it's not. I think the trailer is very interesting because a lot of these, like, a lot of it looks concept arty. Like, you can see, obviously, the in-engine graphics, and they say that the whole trailer is in-engine. That's very hard to say. Graphics. But, like, this background in the trailer looks very concept arty, which is very Guild Wars.